now approaching lunar sunrise, and for all the people back on Earth, the crew of Apollo 8 has a message that we would like to send to you. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light."
We wipe the dust from our eyes, as if opening the shade of a plane window for the first time. The rolling expanse of heaven, so close we could breathe it into our lungs, into our mouths, so that when we spoke, we were exhaling the wonder of God. Paradise appears so fleeting today. But there was a time when Adam kissed Eve and the romance lasted 1,000 years because sorrow was not there to interrupt it. Eternity walked with humanity. There has only ever been one God, but many have contended for the role. Pride is an expert craftsman fashioning counterfeit thrones for everyone who is willing to sit on one, and we are all willing to take that seat. Every act one, scene one begins with a hand reaching out, demanding what was never ours to begin with. Sinatra stepped up to the microphone and crooned these inclinations on behalf of the whole world. I did it my way. We wanted to know, and now we know. Abel is on the ground, and in our hand is the red weapon of our envy. The door was open, but we never stepped onto the ark because we were already drowning in our desires. Who is our brother Joseph? We don't recall our brother Joseph. He is either dead or a slave, if there is to be considered any difference between the two. If Egypt is our captor, it is not the only one. And if you give the desert enough time, it can start to feel like home. Each generation has its own way of echoing the words, "I will be king, I will be king, I will be king." We were not bruised, we were not broken, we were not bad. No, we were much, much worse. We were dead. Sin is a wretched noise, fierce enough to silence the soul. But in that quietness, there is another sound that can awaken it.
Jesus Christ. Some say that he was a madman. Was he? There were others that said he was revolutionary. He'd come to lead a revolution. And then there were people that said that he was deliberately evil, that he was an evil man, that he was a devil. What was he? Well, we know some things about him. We know he was a man. We know that he was hungry. We know he got thirsty. We know he got tired. We know that he had the joys of friendship. We know that he wept at the tomb of a dead loved one. Jesus was completely human. But he was more than that. He claimed to be the unique Son of God. No wonder they threw stones at him. No wonder they tried to kill him. And no wonder they eventually did crucify him. But Jesus did make the blind to see. He made the deaf to hear. He raised the dead. When he died on that cross, they nailed him. They put the nails in his hands. And you know what he said? Forgive them. They know not what they do. And then, on the cross, he said, "My God, why hast thou forsaken me?" And then he dropped his head and said, "It's finished." What did he mean? He meant your plan of salvation is finished.
The moon and stars, they wept. The morning sun was dead. The Savior of the world was fallen. His body on the cross, his blood poured out for us, the weight of every curse upon him. One final breath he gave. As heaven looked away, the Son of God was laid in darkness. A battle in the grave, the war on death was waged. The power of hell forever broken. Ground began to shake. The stone was rolled away. His perfect love could not be overcome. Now death, where is your sting? Our resurrected King has rendered you defeated.